Don't know if anyone's watching yet. Let me just check. No, no one's watching yet. But oh, someone's just watching. Hey, just getting set up. I'll be there to start in a second. Let me just gonna put the details in on the stream. I don't know who you are, but I'll check who's just commented in a second. People that are watching this later on after it's been uploaded, just skip forward about 5 minutes and it will get started. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah. I feel it could be the Raging Calzone that commented, but I could be wrong. So I'm gonna quickly set up, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna have a chat today about Call of Duty 2017. So hello if anyone's just joined. I think yeah, hey to people that just joined. I'll be there in just a second. Like I said, sorry, I just sorting this out. It sounds really unprofessional. And you may be wondering what on earth is not Advanced Warfare. What is that? I'll explain it in just a second. So, so people that's just coming and going or whatever. Hi, I'm just gonna be just 1 second. Almost finished. I'm just going to add the correct, what do you call it, the correct details, and then we should be good to go. Apologies, but I appreciate your patience to anyone that stuck around. I feel like a right nonsense, everyone's left, but anyway, so just gonna add the thumbnail very quickly. I feel there must be a quicker way than to do it all in advance, but I don't know how, because I'm streaming to the PlayStation. There's a better way, and then I'm gonna feel like an idiot, but I don't know of a better way at the moment. So this is just what I'm used to, so I just do it with this. So you know. Now I could obviously not bother with a thumbnail, but I feel like obviously thumbnails, no description, it's not as good, you know. Okay, one person's left. We've got some comments going. I feel like one of them might be from Raging Calzone, but who knows? Might be getting trolled by someone. Who knows? Can't wait to find out. Goody goody. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just add a card, and then we should be good to go. So, I'm going to add a card. What should I add? I'm going to add one from the AW stream. That was a lot of fun, and add another one from the prop hunt stream. That was very fun. I'm going to add a third one from that supply drop video. That was very awesome to make, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, we're good to go, I think. So, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the view and watch page. Supposedly, oh, someone's left a like. Cheers for that. 4 watching now, wow. Okay. So, hello. Right, pop out chat. So, okay, we're done. We're actually done. I'm excited now. We're done. I'm going to quickly check. Sorry, you're going to... Just one more time. Okay. Hey, 4 people. That's nice. So now what I'm going to do is... I'm going to close that down. We're good to go. We are good to go, people. So... Okay, I'll explain what's going on. So... What's happening today is... by the way, guys, let me know if the mic's alright or if it's not working. Hopefully the audio's set up. If you guys can quickly let me know... audio wise if we're doing okay. Now, because I'll be streaming single player, there's sometimes problems when I go in multiplayer. But hopefully, because we're streaming single player, it should be alright. Raging Cookie, I have to go for. Oh, audio's good, Jacob. Right, okay. So let's start off. Slimy Squad, hi, thanks. Raging Cookie says hola. Okay, nice. I did lots of years of Spanish studying, so I know what that means. Thank God. Phew. Now, Ryan Games HD. Weren't you on there? Oh, right, hi Ryan. I remember you from yesterday, and you were like, "Pull out the disc," and I was like, "Fine, I'll do it." And then the stream ended. That was yesterday wasn't very good, but today, I'm hoping that we're going to get a better stream going. So, what we're going to be talking about is the following: Call of Duty 2017. Now, let's have a look at the comments. Sorry, I just had to set everything up. Apologies. Is anyone left, or are we a ghost town? No. One person's left, supposedly. Sad times. Really? That's a shame. Anyway, never mind. So, today, what we're going to talk about is Call of Duty 2017. Now, Ryan Games says hi, so hi to you too, mate. Jacob Holloway, give us a shout out, please. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Jacob Holloway, Slimy Squad, Rachel Cookie, and Ryan Games. So, and then audio's good. Cheers for that, mate. Cheers for that. So, what I'm going to be talking about is the following. So, kind of seems a bit odd considering there's just one person watching. But now I'll just wait for. Anyway, so the reason why I decided to go on AW is because, and you're probably going to think I've had brain damage or something. I don't know. It was a good game, but it was a bad game. Like when I did my video, probably a good year or two. No, probably about a year, maybe slightly more than that. Yeah, probably about a year and a half ago. Sorry, I can't English. Probably about a year and a half ago. Bro, you're able to Skype and stream? Would love to come in on this topic. Oh, Mikil, you know what? I don't know if we can. I don't know if that's possible, mate, because I'm streaming through the PlayStation. How long am I streaming for? I'm streaming till about an hour. About an hour. Don't know. So you've got to put me up with me for an hour if you want to. Miki, I'd love for you to come in on this topic. Is there any way of that happening? I can't stream through my PC at the moment, so I'm having to stream through the PlayStation. And I know at the moment you're not on PlayStation. And I was just thinking, wouldn't it be really awesome if we could get people like Mikhail back on to talk? So if you can find any way around that, then I don't know. I don't think we can get. I don't think Skype's going to be an option. Obviously, I'm not streaming through the PC, so I don't know how that's going to work. If you know a way around that, I'd love for you to come and talk about it. Because I remember we had discussions before, and we were going to set up a discussion on like supply drops and stuff, and I couldn't wait. But unfortunately, that never happened. Unfortunately, so I don't know if there's a way for you to. Sadly, I've run out of PSN Plus. But you're on the PlayStation, right? The reason why I asked this is because I know obviously for IW and Modern Warfare Remastered you weren't really on, but suppose Call of Duty, will you be coming back? Do you need PSN Plus for Party? Ooh, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. I will check that very quickly. I'd love to get you in for a discussion there, Mikio. So, do you need PSN for Party chat? I hope you don't, otherwise I'm gonna. I think you should be able to. You can, mate. You can as well. Okay, that's what's happening. You able to hop on PS4? And get discussion going? Come on. You know you want to. Anyway, while that's happening, unfortunately we've lost a few people. Sad times. Never mind. Miki, I don't know if you want to set up for a party, but I'll assume at the moment you're not, but I'll wait for you if you want to do that. So, the reason why I chose AW is not because I've had brain damage. It's because I don't know. When I did the video about a year and a half ago, a lot of people were saying, actually, you know what? Despite me giving it a hard time, AW is actually alright. And I actually did kind of enjoy it. And I was really surprised the amount of people that actually said, you know what, actually, I hands up, I enjoy the game. So that was obviously a surprise to me. I'll just read the comments quickly. I'll see if it's being used right now. Not in my room anymore. Give me a minute. I'll let you know. Cool. Cole Williams, hi. How you doing, mate? Nice of you to join. So, sorry, I'm gonna have a quick look. Okay, so I don't know if there's any other way to check. I don't really like the bar always coming up at the top. So, and it's sort of half dozen update properly on the PlayStation. So I have to keep doing that. I'm sorry. I'll stop doing that. So I was surprised about people that sort of liked AW, but I think considering obviously this game was made by Sledgehammer Games, considering the game in 2017 is going to be made by Sledgehammer Games, it's interesting to go back, see their style. I do like their style in some ways, but not in others. So it'll be awesome if we get Mikhail. If anyone else wants to join the chat, then feel free to. If anyone's on PlayStation right now and bored, perhaps literally nothing else to do, then then feel free, come hop on to have a discussion. But I wanted to do this because it's not quite like a video where I just upload a video of my thoughts and then other people sort of do or don't reply. It's sort of a live chat. I get to hear people's opinions about the game, that kind of thing. So that's why I thought I'd want to do it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I think, let's see what missions. I might, just in the background, just play something on this game. So I might do either campaign or just sector survival or something in the background. Multiplayer, it's not that great, and also I know it starts to lag sometimes the stream, so I'm going to keep it single player if I can. But there were some missions which I really liked on this game. Let's see. So induction was kind of boring. Atlas, that was alright actually, having said that. Let's see, we've got traffic. Sorry guys, I'm just setting up the fission. That was decent. Aftermath, actually that was a fun mission. Manhunt. Yeah. Utopia. That's quite a good one. Sentinel, Crash, Biolab. Just looking at all the missions again, I can't remember them. Captured. I do like, some of these are really good, like Aftermath was really fun, it was like a stealthy one, it was a little bit. You've got Utopia was quite decent. That was quite a fun one, very different that one. And then, that was alright. Yeah, that was boring. That was quite fun, and I think they showed that as a demo. And then that went on for so long. That one was kind of boring. That was quite a nice one, I liked that one. And then the final one was sort of it was half good and half not. Don't expect. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Extra Survival. And then what I'm gonna do is I think I just need to get some of the, I'm a trophy guy, so I love getting me some trophies. It sounds a bit silly and it sounds really sad, but I don't know, it's just I like if you're playing a game, it just seems, I don't know, I enjoy going towards trophies and that kind of thing. So there's still 3 people here. Wow, 3 people that are brain dead. Seriously, wow. Well, including me, that was 4 people. But I'm rambling. I really am. I don't know what I'm saying. But what I was going to say was, I like going from 4 extra survival. Let me just check this. Private match, game setup maps. Yeah, so 4 extra survival. Yeah, to get Riot, I need to do 94 more rounds. So I might as well just play some extra survival. What map do I? I don't really like any of these maps. Probably, if I had to choose, I'll just choose that one. So I'm going to start that. Just do some extra survival. We can do the rounds. So let's have a look. So we've got Ridge and Kazan. Hi Pal, I'll join in chat in a bit. Cool. And hopefully Miku can join as well. James Brabin. Sorry if I've messed that up. Hey, what's up? Hey James, how you doing? Nice to see you. The Endangered Gamers. Dan, it's me, legit ideal. Oh my god, wow. We played what? Freaking. Oh. early 2015, I think. No, it wasn't. It was late 2015 actually, because I remember we played the final DLC of Advanced Warfare. Jesus, wow, that's what, almost 2 years. Wow, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I know you commented not too long ago saying pop up at some point. I don't know what console you have, but I don't have Xbox 360 anymore. Obviously, I have PS4, so I don't know what console you're on. You're probably going to tell me it's an Xbox One, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, so I'm going to just chat and play at the same time. Do you want to play Modern Warfare tomorrow? Tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? Tuesday. Sure thing. Sure thing. I mean, I might be playing some Ark tomorrow. I think I said with the Raging Kills I'm going to play Ark. But, sure thing, we can play Modern Warfare. That's fine. I'd love to do so. I mean, it's not the... I find with Modern Warfare it gets really annoying quickly, but it depends what you want to play, of course. So, okay, sure, I'll be open for that. For that, not with that, sorry. Yeah, how you been, mate? Yeah, I've been actually not too bad, thanks. Been busy, obviously, you know, but I'm sure everyone has, so yeah, thanks. And that's why obviously I've been uploading less, and stuff I have uploaded, sometimes it's not been as, well, when I try and do funny or high quality videos, obviously there's a lot less of them, but yeah, it's a shame really. Endangered Game with Xbox One me, yeah, I know, I mean, I think the problem with Xbox, right, is that everyone was like, I don't know if it's just the only reason, but I know a lot of people were swayed by, ooh, you know, Xbox priority with COD, you know, like early DLC and all this and that, and then PlayStation go, psst, by the way, we're now exclusive for COD DLC, and you're like, oh, we've just bought an Xbox One, what do you want me to do here? So I think a lot of people were trapped on Xbox One because they bought it when really in hindsight they shouldn't have done, but maybe people like the Xbox One, maybe you like it, I don't know, but I personally, I mean it's alright, but I mean, yeah, it depends your friend groups, this is it really, isn't it? It's like, it depends on who your friends are, but really I think to be honest with you, PlayStation is the way to go, but having said that, now Xbox is starting to look like they provide better value for money, but I don't know, it's sort of, it's just a preference really, isn't it? Preference, I suppose. Now let's have a look. So, now, I'm just waiting for people to see if they can join the chat. Otherwise, in a minute I'll start the full discussion. Let's get a full discussion going about, about the next one. So, could you turn the game volume down a little bit? Sorry, let me see. I don't know how. To be honest, I don't know how you turn the game volume down. I could put my mic closer and that would turn me up, and then you'd have to turn the thing down. I mean, does... Oh, I know what I could do. If I do sound options, can I move box? I can't see, right, game volume, there. How about that? Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I don't know if that's better or not. Nah, not into the future COD. Only for the new one though, looks good. I love where everyone's like, oh yeah, the new COD looks good. And you're like, really? They haven't shown a single thing about it. But I know what you mean. If it's set in World War II like it seems it might be, then. I mean, I tell you what would be really funny. I tell you what would be absolutely hilarious. You know, I assume all of you guys have seen that leak and everyone doing this, oh my god, is Call of Duty saved? You know, Call of Duty, COD World War II leak, all this and that, and then everyone's always starting talking about a beta. It's like, seriously, the game hasn't even been announced yet, and you're already discussing freaking beta and, you know, what third game mode and all this rubbish, and it's like, this is what I hate about, it's sort of, everything becomes saturated on YouTube to the point where, you know, the same videos done well, not thousands, but hundreds and hundreds of times for no reason. Why should it, you know, hundreds of people be doing the same video? I mean, if it's got something unique about it, or, you know, I can understand a few people doing it, but did I not do the objective? I obviously wasn't thinking, I'm an idiot. But why do we need the same video, like, I don't know, anyway. So let's see. Yeah. I've just, okay, just pause the game and go to options, thanks, yeah. That's better, mate. Lovely, lovely.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Hello, dog. Let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at the comments in a second, when it's a little bit easier. We're only round 4 for Christ's sake, so. But, having said that, installing The Witcher 3 at the moment. Nice. I mean, to be honest with you, I bought that game, and then, I don't know, was it like the tutorial or something? I got a bit stuck in, I don't know, something stupid like that. I got stuck in, I'm an idiot, me. I mean, I couldn't get past the tutorial, and I just thought, you know what, I'm fed up with these controls already. I've played the game for 5 minutes, don't like the game, and I should have given it a chance, to be honest with you, but in general, I thought from the start it wouldn't be my kind of game, so. 402, Illuminati confirmed, 402 Thunder. Yeah, that guy's awesome. At least he doesn't start lying, he actually tells the truth, he's funny. Let's have a look. Dan, I'm not able to right now, but I'll let you know what I think. Let me know what you think. I've been playing AW daily for a couple weeks. I think the game is fun, but has problems. That being said, right, we're hearing that being said, alright. I agree, it's funny you say you've been playing AW for weeks. I've been playing it a lot recently as well. I mean, it's just IW is rubbish. Infinite Warfare is just, it's not rubbish, but it's gotten to the point now where I'm absolutely sick of it. For example, the supply drops very recently have become absolutely awful. Like before, if you open a common, every 3 or 4 common variants, you'd get sort of an epic, not an epic, but like a decent weapon, like a rare variant or higher. Now, I've opened tons and tons, and I mean this with keys and daily logins, not freaking COD points. I've opened tons and tons of common supply drops, and I've got nothing but freaking camos or calling cards, and they're those like common ones, because I know like one day I logged on and like 700 or 800 new items or something stupid like that were added to the game, and from then onwards it's been so diluted I don't get anything decent at all, so that's why I'm sick of Infinite Warfare. It's kind of boring as well, the lobbies are, you know, it gets just annoying, and Black Ops, you know, I think I played that game a lot. I mean, I played a lot because it's good, but I think, unfortunately, a Call of Duty is sort of like, I don't know, it's sort of like, well, just a food packet, right? You sort of have it and you think, this is really nice, but if you leave it too long, obviously it goes out of date, and at that point, you can't have it anymore. It tastes horrible, it's gone off, you get ill from eating it, and I think that's sort of what happens with Call of Duties as well. Anyway, enough of my stupid analogies, let's have a look at the chat in a second. I shouldn't have done it in this mode, because now, while we're in between rounds, crazy weapon variant should return? Not OP, but crazy. IW variants are boring, there's nothing to go for. Supply drops are obviously returning, and in my opinion, AW has the best system. Gun balance needs to be good, and I also think sledgehammer games will do fine. You got job yet, Dan? So, yeah, Miki, you're going off your comments. I don't know if you're leaving or going or whatever you're doing, but I'm going to talk about that anyway. Anyway, let's start talking about, what do you call it? Call of Duty 2017 in a minute. But before that, sorry guys, anyone? Alright, oh, there's three people here, nice. Before that, I'm sorry for stringing people along, it's not clickbait, we're going to talk about it in just a second. I'm just going to read this. You got a job yet? I don't have a job yet, and the reason is because I was saving this for a video, and I think it's sort of, I made this video about what are we now? December, January, February, March, April. So about, what, 5 months ago I made a video, and YouTube mucked up because only like 5 people saw it, and then, I don't know, it just didn't publish properly, and either that or 5 people wanted to watch it, but I feel like more than 5 people would have clicked on it. Anyway, so then I took it down, and I completely forgot to re-upload it, and now it's completely out of date. Basically, because I was going to do an update about that, I haven't got a job, to answer your question in short. The reason for that is because obviously I'm applying to, well, it's been incredibly busy, to be honest with you, my A-levels, and I stupidly took 4, so yeah, I've been really busy. And also with other things as well, because, oh, I forgot to mention, the reason why, I'm planning to do medicine at uni, but for that you need work experience, you need all this and that, and it's not just like applying for the average course, you need more stuff, you need to do admissions tests, you need to do everything, and it gets quite hectic. So to answer your question, no, I haven't got a job, but who knows, who knows? We'll see. I might get one, depending on how things go. I might get one. Well, either this year or next year. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that answers your question. So, yeah. Now, in terms of I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot, and I'll tell you why I'm an idiot, because I'll just do that over there. I'm an idiot because I've completely... There we go. I'm focusing on the comments and not the game. Why have I not... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, why don't I have a weapon? Right, so actually starting talking about Call of Duty 2017. I've got confused because people were leaving and going, and I thought, I'll wait for people to come back. But Red and Calzone is not on at the moment, and Mikio can't join the chat, so never mind. So, starting, I'd like to hear people's comments on this. So, talking about Call of Duty 2017, I think, you know, considering that Sledgehammer Games didn't do a Call of Duty, well, they, oh, damn it. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Considering, and by the way, I'm not trying to go for high rounds, I'm literally just trying to get rounds to take them off the 95 target or whatever, so I can actually unlock that bonus round. So, like, I think that, Sledgehammer Games, they hadn't, I mean, they helped a bit with Modern Warfare 3, but they did, you know, considering they decided to do a future game, I think they did a decent job. You think about the campaign, and I'll talk about the campaign more when I actually go and play the campaign a little bit, but think about the campaign. I don't know how many of you played the campaign, but it was a decent campaign, it really was. I mean, there were bits that were boring, it was sort of a bit, I know people are saying, oh, it was sort of a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? It's predictable, but at the same time, it was decent, right? Like it was definitely decent. I mean, how do I put this? Like, I think they did a brilliant job of getting you attached to the characters. And I think they did a really good job with, obviously, woo, Kevin Spacey, woo. Oh, and talking about Kevin Spacey, actually no, I won't spoil that. But, no, so, and I think with Kevin Spacey, you know, they brought in this character, they could have brought in anyone, they could have brought in, freaking, I don't know, T-Mart on to do some acting or something. Actually no, not T-Mart, that's a bad example, but they could have brought in anyone. And, but they didn't, so I think they did a decent job with him. They got you to get attached to Irons, and you sort of thought, well, he's supposed to be the bad guy, but he's kind of a nice guy, I like him. That's what I thought anyway. And then I thought, why is he the bad guy? And then of course it was just setting you up to get attached to Irons, and then he does all this bad stuff. You think, well, actually he's not the nice guy that I thought he was, and then... But no, it got you decently attached to characters, good campaign. I thought, actually, to be fair, you remember the graphics comparison between Ghosts and Advanced Warfare? It was a massive, massive difference. It was the first game that was sort of properly, you know, made for next gen. Because the Ghost was sort of ported up to next gen. It wasn't really... I don't even think... Oops, that was me. Dead, I'm an idiot, sorry about that. But I don't think they even knew at the time with Ghosts. I don't think they knew what... They didn't even have the console in front of them properly. They sort of had the specs with like the Xbox One and PS4, but they didn't really... So, you know, if you play Ghost now, it's all jittery and the frame rate's horrible, and yeah. But I think Sledgehammer Games did a really decent job with graphically wise. I think they did, or graphics wise, they did a decent job with that. And I think the campaign looked really nice. It was cinematic. It was quite cool. And they changed, because I remember before, like in Modern Warfare 2, you'd had that loading up screen at the start of every mission. It would sort of show you this, you know, sort of Google Maps kind of loading screen, and I remember Sledgehammer Games saying we want to change it, and we want to change it to a cutscene. And I remember when I saw that news, I thought that is a really stupid decision. Why would they do that? Why did they change it up? But actually, if you think about how much they actually changed since Advanced Warfare, and Advanced Warfare actually being the guys to change a lot of what we're used to. Obviously, the main thing when you think of AW, everyone goes straight away to, oh, you know, the movement mechanics have changed, and you know, with like boost jumps, and I agree it wasn't perfect, but you know, for at least I would say the first month, perhaps even two, a lot of people were happy with the game, and it's sort of like in somewhere between month 2 and 3 of the launch, then it started to dawn on everyone that, oh wait a minute, what first seemed really fun, because it did. I remember the first time I booted into an Advanced Warfare match, I loved it. I mean, I thought it was so cool, because you saw gameplay of the Call of Duty VIPs, shall I say? I've got another name for them, but let's keep it PG. So when you saw gameplay of them and they're boosted about everywhere, you think, oh wow, that's kind of fun. But when I've got to first player, I thought this is so weird, but it's really fun to boost about and actually get really high and well, that's another story. But boost jumping around the map was kind of fun, and I thought it was a nice mechanic. And I know as well they didn't really bring it to was it Black Ops 3 or I think Advanced Warfare they didn't for Advanced Warfare they didn't yeah, that's right. They didn't fully bring it into campaign. So some missions didn't have it at all, and others did. And so but I think they did a really decent job, considering it was in the future, considering that's what they chose to do, considering it was their first time doing a proper game on their own. I think they did a decent job, and I think it'll be really interesting as well to see, if they go back to a sort of a historic setting, what they can do with it. Because if you think the last proper historic game would have been what? Black Ops 1, maybe? And that was sort of... Was it Black Ops 1? After you had Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Ghosts, 8, yeah. So, I mean, I know Black Ops 2 had bits going past, but basically the last game that was sort of historic is Black Ops 1. And that was a really good game, I loved that. But you think Black Ops 1 came out in what, 20... I don't know how I remember this every year, all of them, but Black Ops 1 came out in 2010, I feel like. Let's go with 2010. So, if that came out in 2010 and we're now, 2017, that's 7 years ago. And while it sort of doesn't seem that long ago, then you think, oh wow, 7 years. Technology has changed actually quite a bit. Each year we get new upgrades. So I'd be really interested to see with the new sort of mechanics that, and you think Advanced Warfare, that's almost 3 years old. So the technology again has improved, and the techniques they've used, well, forget Infinite Warfare, because Infinite Warfare copy and pasted Black Ops 3. You think with the new techniques, I think sort of it's going to be Advanced Warfare kind of really used, the sort of high HD cutscenes, that kind of thing. Bring that back into a World War II setting. I'd love to see that again. So I'd love to see that. Anyway, sorry, going off on a rant there. I'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, now I'll play something in the background. So I'm gonna play. I'm a bit bored of this. So how many rounds have we got left? 89. Nah, I think I'm gonna play a bit campaign. Sounds silly, but I do like some of the missions, I really do. Going back to the comments, so just watch the video with me in. Wow, that would have been, like I say, 2 years old? That was, I can't remember what videos I did. Oh, I remember we did some on the underwater map. Yeah, I loved that. That was a really good map. It's one of my favourite maps, actually. Shame Exo Zombies was so small, basically. But anyway, never mind. Cool. What do you think of it? My voice, I feel like back then my voice... Obviously, it sounds quite a lot different when you hear it now. But anyway, oh yeah, the music can't. Yeah, wow, and then that was brilliant. I'm gonna go campaign, and then Raging Cookie. Oh, hey, you're back. How you doing? Do you have a particular favourite YouTuber you watch? Ooh, favourite YouTuber, you say? That's a tough one. Whoops. What am I doing? Didn't mean to do this campaign. But you see, look how HD that is. It's ridiculous. It looks basically like a video, like a real life video. I'm sorry, it does in some lights. You see in a second when they get in the back of it looks properly.
Come on.
Is it now?
Come on.
Yeah.
Stay
Now
with
watch
me.
this a minute. When you look at her face,
We're almost there.
but this basically is pretty much a video. It looks like a real life scene. It really does. And you think as well. That was 3 years old, almost, so... So you think, 3 years later, then you can do an awful lot, But anyway. I don't know why it's put me onto that mission, I didn't mean to do that. Right. Endangered games, you should get an Xbox One. To be honest with you, I see absolutely no need to get an Xbox One. I'm probably not even going to play, as much as it sounds horrible. I don't know how far in the future I'm going to have time to play a lot of PlayStation, you think, with moving on and stuff. Because don't forget, people, this year I did apply to uni, so obviously that's a bit touch and go and sort of what's happening there. But anyway, so I have no idea if it's an intensive course. I don't know how much I'm going to get to play PlayStation. I don't, unless they bring something really amazing out on the Xbox One. I don't think there's any reason to get an Xbox One, unfortunately. If I was a COD VIP and I was earning thousands and thousands, every month like they do, then yeah, of course I'd buy an Xbox One. But unfortunately, I don't have a ton of money, and I don't see the point really of getting an Xbox One, unfortunately. Anyway, moving on. Mikil, his favours me. Just kidding. I'm def not element. Yeah, I mean, the thing I have to see in a YouTuber is someone that's sort of they've got to be funny. They've got to let's do miss and select here. Let's do this one. Let's do it on. I'm going to do it on. I'll do it on regular. So sorry. Playing the camera, right? So going back to comments. Well, Mikil, he is an awesome guy. I like watching his videos. He's funny. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this cutscene.
This is coming in live. It is raw footage. Appears to be some kind of statement from a KVA leader in Hades.
My fellow citizens of the
I mean, this had a unique setting in the sense it's more terrorists rather than straight up, let's just shoot these guys for some unknown reason. And I like the way they have this sort of XO where it sort of depends depending on the mission. I like that sort of. I do. Anyway.
Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome yourself, mate. Oh, 5 people. Hey, how are we doing?
People live in camps
Right.
just like this one. No fucking
So,
they got food, water,
I tell you what, Raging,
all
I'll come
courtesy
back
of
to your
ours.
question about favourite YouTube to watch. I really will.
KVA are the
I
boys
won't
that
forget.
live in that
Mikil, you're an awesome guy. Shame you can't join the chat because it'd be really funny, but never mind. Oh, we got 6 people. Jesus Christ, what is going on here? Wow, anyway, hello. If anyone wants to leave, then feel free. I'm only joking, no. I don't want you to leave. Stay, come back. But I'm playing, for anyone that's just joined, I'm playing Advanced Warfare. Yes, I know I'm playing Advanced Warfare. I'm not brain dead. The reason why I'm playing it is because Sledgehammer has made it, and obviously they're going to be making the next COD. So I thought I'd go back. Oh, just what's going on there? And yeah, caught you up there. So we're going to talk about Call of Duty 2017 and go just reading the comments, and then we're going to chat about the next COD. So, in Danger Gamer says, I remember when you were doing a GCSE as well. Yeah, GCSEs were 2 years ago. I'm just coming up to do my A levels. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. That was 2 years ago. Jesus Christ. And I remember the day I got my GCSE results, my exam results, was the day Black Ops 3 beta came out, and it was like an awesome day with the GCSE results, with the Black Ops 3 beta. It was just, it was a really fun day, and I wish. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but if the next Call of Duty doesn't have beta, I'd love for them. Well, I'd love for them to do another beta. I like Black Ops 3. That was really fun. Anyway, let's move on. So Harry Dover says hello, mate. Hello to you, James Brabin. I remember you earlier. Sorry, I butchered your name earlier. I've done it again. To me, a YouTuber has to be funny, unique, and real. Absolutely, they really do. Let me just read the next guy's comment and then I'll come back. So, I actually quite liked Advanced Warfare. I have to admit, it was decent, wasn't it? The good thing I have to say about Advanced Warfare was it was good, but towards the end, sort of come April, May time, it got so boring, right? That you know how sort of I was worried that when I came to do my GCSE exams, and the same now when it comes to A level, I was worried that I might get distracted and play. On sort of PlayStation when I should have been doing revising for the exam. However, April, May time, Advanced Warfare became so boring that it was actually a good thing that I wasn't distracted to go and play the game actually, because it was so boring. So I actually wanted to get away from that and do some revising. So it was a good tactic, and I'm glad that Infinite Warfare is the same, isn't it? Because otherwise I'd be distracted. If you imagine it was sort of a Black Ops 3 but better, I would be sort of tempted to go on and be distracted instead of doing my work and revising for the exams. But actually, again, luckily, Infinite Warfare is so bad that I'm not tempted to do so. So that's a good thing. Anyway, I actually quite liked. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. So yeah, I know. I'm actually surprised how many people said they liked Advanced Warfare when I thought it would be 100%. Oh, I hate this game. Boo. I think if you were to rank them, a lot of people would say sort of. I know some people are going to say nah, but I think. What was I going to say? I think IW would be the worst COD. This is, I'm going to rank this really quickly, then I'm going to go back to your comment, James, then I'm going to go back to Raging Cookie, and then we're going to get on with the rest of the discussion about Call of Duty 2017. So, I think the worst COD, I know everyone's going to start having their own opinions here, and I'd love to hear your opinion, guys, but I think the worst COD was, I hate to say it, I think it might have to be Infinite Warfare. It did some good things, but it did a lot of bad things, and it was basically a quite similar copy and paste to Black Ops 3. And the reason why I think it was copy and paste is because I feel like what they did is they made an Infinite Warfare multiplayer that was really futuristic, really boost jumpy, all this and that, and when they suddenly heard, boo, we don't like all this, they thought, damn, you know what? We need to change this. And I feel like what they did is they literally copied and pasted Black Ops 3 stuff and just changed it so that it looked different. I think that's what they did, because it almost has to be either they were super lazy, or like Activision couldn't take any risks with them, or it just seems weird that the stuff is so similar that I feel like that's why they copied and pasted it. Anyway, so going back to your so worst COD, IW, and then I think Ghost and then Advanced Warfare. I don't know which is worse. I mean, I kind of like Ghost. Ghost was a really fun time. I do think it was a really fun game. I think the multiplayer was good. I liked the what do you call it? Extinction, but I don't know. There's something about. I actually have to think. I know people are going to hate me here. I think Ghost was slightly better than Advanced Warfare. I think it was more fun, and I think definitely. I think it was more fun. And I actually wanted to sort of go and play Ghost, whereas Advanced Warfare, I actually had to force myself to go on rather than think, ooh, I want to go on. Anyway, so I think it would be IW, AW, Ghosts, and then freaking perhaps maybe Modern Warfare 3. Notice how all the Infinity Ward CODs are down the bottom. Then when does it come in? I think. I don't know. Then probably COD 4. I didn't really like COD 4. Why is it saying internet connection itself, or is the internet quality bad? Sorry about that. And then anyway, near the top will be Black Ops 3 and MW2, that kind of thing, and Black Ops 2 as well. Anyway, skip that because it's taking too long. That was the same with my year 6 sat tests. Yeah, well, good thing, isn't it? And it kept supply drops. Yeah, I know. Copy and paste everything, but not. It kept supply drops. I know. Same. Got to go. Be back later. Bye. Okay, I probably won't be on later. I'm probably gonna. I don't know how much longer I'm streaming for, but anyway, cheers for checking out, mate. James, I know this isn't related to Advanced Warfare, but I wouldn't have gotten Dark Matter without your videos. Appreciate that, man. I really do. I get a lot of nice comments like that, and I really appreciate it. And then you get the odd comment that says, "Oh, this sucks. This didn't help me at all." And I think, well, you say it didn't help you, but a lot of other people say it did help. So, glad it helped. Glad it helped. Single player at Wagwan. Hiya. Do I know you, or have you just joined? Either way, welcome, man. Welcome. Why is it doing that again? Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Is it still really bad quality, and is it buffering or not? Let me know, because I can try and I don't know what I can do, but I can try and do something. So anyway, going back to the actual game. Going back to your comment, Raging Cookie. I joined, lol. What do you mean you joined? Don't know what you mean you joined. Joined what? Anyway, let's go get in. So, going back to Raging Cookie, yeah, a YouTuber, like James said, it has to be funny, unique, and real. That's a very good way of putting it, I think, because it needs to be entertaining. You want to keep watching them, and I think unique as well, because I hate seeing just copy and paste sort of videos and all this and that. It's so yeah, and then What else did you say? Real, yeah. I hate, you think the fake people, we're talking LEA, Team on, they're all pretending they like the COD, even if they don't. I mean, this year they were like, oh, I don't like Infinite Warfare. But one of the reasons, I can guarantee, is because a lot of people didn't like watching it. Had people loved Infinite Warfare, and for some reason they didn't, they would be saying, oh, it's the best COD ever, just to get those views and that money. Because if you think about it, they're both, not billionaires, millionaires now. So... Okay, this is weird. Hi mate, how you doing? But no, yeah, I think... what was I talking about? Sorry. Brain dead. Oh yeah, YouTubers, yeah. People like Team Martin are just fake and...
Gideon, Torres, set. Good to go. Bikes are prepped. Timeline is locked in. Alright, saddle up. Get on the bike. Let's hit it, Mitchell.
Sorry about that, guys. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think they need to be genuine. People like Team On, I can't stand them really. Anyway.
Sync to me. Keep it on auto.
I'm HD, damn, another story for drama. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey man, how you doing? How was that run? See any Alice Morgans on the way? Anyway, just waiting for this bit because it's sort of a boring part of the Rage Gamer calls out COD YouTubers. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, going back to the pretty much. Going back to the question. So I'll answer your question, Rage, and I don't know if you're still here or whether you've gone, but anyway, going back to Call of Duty 2017. It's Sledgehammer Games are going to be obviously making it, and I think they, with the new technology, think about it. It's what 7 years later, right? I think they can make a decent COD.
Okay.
And it's interesting to see any kind of historical COD with modern ideas and modern techniques. By that, what I mean is, that things like sort of not necessarily specialists or supply drops, but just generally the way that Call of Duty multiplayer has changed since like Black Ops 1. Lots of new stuff has been added, and I would be really interested to see how those new things affect a game that we haven't played, a new type of game that we haven't played for sort of 7 years. It's really interesting to see. I'd love that. So let's talk a bit about the campaign, because we're playing the campaign. And while we're talking about the campaign, I'm just going to read OMUHD's comment. Grueling. I think she was chasing me home. Can't quite tell it was dark. Sorry about that. Talking about dark, however, we're playing a dark mission, so Illuminati confirmed. This mission's all about, well, stealth and in the dark. And I did like I didn't like the way that those bikes are sort of half cutscene. It wasn't really. Anyway, sorry about the campaign. I think the key thing to a good game, it has to be a good campaign. I know sometimes I hear people say, "Oh, not everyone plays campaign." I'd be really interested to see how many people that buy Call of Duty, how many of them actually play the campaigns. I know some people never bother playing them, but I sort of feel like without a campaign, the game would just fall apart. Like, it has to have that really awesome setting that you love. In the sense, think about Modern Warfare 2. I don't know how many people played the campaign. It was an awesome campaign. I loved it, and I think with that campaign, because you loved the campaign so much and got attached to all the characters, you then got really engrossed in that setting, and then it was sort of like multiplayer was an extension of the campaign, except you could have create your own, not necessarily adventures. I don't want to sound like a 5-year-old on Dora the Explorer, but you kind of get what I mean, like your own, you have further fun. Where is this guy? What is he doing? Hurry up, mate. Hurry up. We're on a time schedule here. Oops. No! Soap! Well, he's dead. Anyway, so, what do you look for in a good campaign? Yeah, good question. Usually, what do I look for in a good campaign? I think a good campaign has to have a few things. Number one, it has to have characters that really have a good backstory, and you really get sort of attached to the characters. Now, I'll give you an example of this. Black Ops 3 did a really poor job. I didn't really like the campaign that much in Black Ops 3, and I feel like it's partly due to the fact that the two main, it depends on who you played of, obviously, because you could change your character. But do you remember there was like there was Hendrix, and I can't remember what the other guy was. There was another guy. I can't remember, but they looked very similar, right? And the problem, and this is where you know your game fails, the problem is both the characters looked very similar. I often confused one for the other person. So I actually couldn't tell the difference between the two characters. Now, if you can't tell the difference between two characters, you're doing something wrong, because everyone's different. Different voices, different... But these guys, they looked basically the same. It was just lazy, and I didn't get attached to the characters. I couldn't care if they fell off a cliff because I wasn't attached to them. Whereas if you think sort of this campaign, right, you get attached to well, you sort of got attached to characters like Irons and like your main character as well. You sort of got attached to them, and then you cared when stuff happened, like when your arm fell off. Sorry, spoilers for anyone that hasn't played AW. So it needs to have very good characters. It has to have a good setting. It has to have a realistic and sort of historic setting, right? So Call of Duty 2017 supposedly going to be set in World War II. It has to have realistic missions, and it needs to really feel like you're actually watching a film or there in World War II. When I say that, I don't mean obviously, you know, realistic setting of, oh wow, my arm was blown off, wow, fantastic. You know, glad that happened. What I mean is just a realistic setting. You need to really feel engrossed in the campaign and in the... Everyone left? Yeah, no, not everyone's got bored. Thank God. Sorry, I've been talking way too much. But basically, you get what I mean. It needs to have engrossing characters. It needs to have really fun missions. And I think they need to up their game with fun missions. I think Advanced Warfare sort of did okay. They introduced some different kinds of levels, and I really like that. For example, this one where you sort of didn't really have your EXO and you're a bit vulnerable. Or you still do have your EXO, but not in the same way. And I remember there was a mission in this game where you actually lost your EXO, so... different playstyles, but definitely, I mean, I honestly think the best campaign you can have is by combining the features of Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3, and Modern Warfare 2. Those kind of features for those games would make the best campaign possible. Now, it should be obviously historic. It should cover different kinds of wars, but not necessarily different kinds of wars, different parts of the war. I think Advanced Warfare did something very unique, which is that before, you know, like for example, this doesn't happen in every game, but you think, for example, Modern Warfare 2, and you would switch between, I think, 2 or 3 different characters in different settings. And while that was cool because you got to see different parts of the world, you didn't really get as attached to the characters, right? The characters didn't really say a lot, and because you're switching between 2 or 3 different characters, you just didn't get attached to any of them as well. Whereas Advanced Warfare, it gave you just one character, and they're saying, you know, this one character we want you to get attached to, and I think they did a brilliant job in that. They really did. So, and then what they normally do in these kind of games is they get you attached to characters, and then later something sad happens. And I think, you know, obviously sad isn't always good, but I think if they can make you feel sad about a character, then they've done a good job. Because otherwise, what you're left with... No! That's not what I wanted. Otherwise, what you're left with is Black Ops 3, where I don't care about the characters at all. I really don't. The only character I cared about was that... What was the woman's name? Kale? Not Kale. That's a vegetable. Not vegetable. Is it vegetable salad? One of those. Thing of vegetable. Anyway, regardless about my poor IQ. What's her name? That woman beginning with K. I can't remember her name. Anyway, I sort of cared about her, but everyone else didn't really care about in the campaign at all. I didn't get attached to characters. Well, oh yeah, yeah. So they just need to make sure they don't repeat those mistakes. Why do I? Oh, I'm in slow-mo. I was going to say, why does it feel like I'm on the moon? Now somewhere there's a jump scare, and you notice about this, right? You see, there's jump scares. I think that's very good. That I mean, even in a game like Call of Duty, you don't really expect jump scares. But I think some Call of Duties have, not all of them, but some do. I think, is it here? Yeah. Maybe this wasn't an intentional jump scare, but I definitely feel like every time I played this, if I forgot about it, it was a complete jump scare to me. So, and this sort of, it needs to be a campaign where there are moments where you're scared for your life, you're a bit vulnerable, but other times you're, really wrecking the enemies, you're enjoying it. And it needs to be a mixture, it really does. Now, next thing, and this is a really key thing, good music. Sounds silly, doesn't it? But I definitely think good music is a key part of the game. The reason why I say that is you think back to Modern Warfare 2, think about all the, I think one of the key reasons why that game was successful was because it had really good music. I think the guy that made the music was called Hans Zimmer. And I know he's made other music. For example, the only other work I can think of his is oops, I'm about to die. Oops. I know, for example, he does Planet Earth music, which I don't really like Planet Earth music. I'm just saying I know he does other work, but he's a very good guy, Hans Zimmer, and I know his work is good, right? So if you listen to Modern Warfare 2 music, it actually does make people emotional. And I thought maybe it's just me, but no, I've read comments on lots of YouTube videos of Modern Warfare 2 music, and a lot of people say it hits me in the feels when you listen back to the music. It does. It reminds you of playing the game, and it reminds you of how fun it was and how good it was, and just how much fun you're playing it. So I think the key thing is music. Now, unfortunately, the last few CODs, the music, I mean, there's been some good clips, like I did like the menu music for Black Ops 3, that was fun. And well, not fun, it was good to listen to. I sort of liked one of the pieces of music in Infinite Warfare, but other than that, the music was awful. Advanced Warfare, let's see, some of the music was okay, but some of it was a bit boring. But the music really makes it for me, Anaya says. And then, OMUHD. And then OMUHD, I love that composer. I don't know if you're trolling or whether you actually know who it is, but he's good. If you type in any sort of Modern Warfare 2 soundtrack, you'll just think, wow, this, if you haven't really played the game, I get that you won't understand, but if you have, yeah, it's definitely it's cool, and I think it is really good music that you can relate. And then speaking of music, I think when it comes to multiplayer, Treyarch did a fab job. What they did is later in the year, unfortunately it was quite late in the year, but what they did is they allowed you to actually change like all the clips from out all the like pieces of music from out the campaign, multiplayer, zombies, everything. They allowed you to put it all into the multiplayer music, so you could or even zombies, I think. So while you're in the lobby, you could customize what music tracks you wanted to play, and I think that was very cool. And I think they should definitely do something like that for the next game. Now, what I'm going to say is, obviously, the music, while it has to be cool and you think, wow, this is actually really good music to listen to, obviously everyone has different tastes. Having said that, if you can get a really emotional piece, where something really emotional happens in the campaign, I think if you tie emotions to a good piece of music, then obviously you'll remember that piece of music and you'll enjoy it every time you hear it. So, I think it's important for that to happen. Now, having said that, I'm not expecting, obviously, if we're in World War II, alright, and we're going around with freaking, I don't know, let's just say, oops, Gideon, sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you, mate. If we're going around with, say, I don't know, PPSHs, and, we're in World War II, actually, no, not PPS, let's say we're in battle, right, we're in the Battle of Stalingrad. I'm not expecting, house EDM music to start playing. I mean, it can do, but it sort of takes it out of the setting because it's not relevant. But I definitely think good music is a key part of the important role in ensuring that you enjoy the game. And when you come back to it and hear the music, it definitely, you think, wow, this really reminds me of the good moments of the campaign. I don't know, just music has definitely very powerful properties, very powerful, yeah, it can do a lot. And I think, anyway, a lot of rambling, but basically, yeah. So, oh, I didn't like this bit, especially if you're on veteran. Playing this bit, we had to push along the cart or this ambulance while, yeah. Anyway, because you used to die really quickly. Anyway, so while I'm playing along, let me just, oops. Anyway, let's read the comments very quickly. So he said, I love that composer. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I played Advanced Warfare campaign when I stopped playing it, I couldn't remember anything about it. Well, I can still remember most about the mission of the old COD 4. Yeah, I tell you what, the COD 4 was really good. The rest of the, yeah, actually that's a really good example. The rest of COD 4, because I didn't play it when it first came out, obviously, I haven't really played it until later on, so obviously I kind of get that, because I wasn't there when it was the best. Obviously, I'm not going to enjoy it as much, but I think the COD 4 campaign was really fun. Something about it, I loved the COD 4 campaign, and I absolutely loved the Modern Warfare Remastered, because it was like, I forgot all about the campaign, right? But when I came back to it, it's almost as if I hadn't played it, because it was sort of, I sort of remembered bits, but it was quite a while since I played it. So I came back, it was really fun to play, and in high definition, much better graphics, and yeah, I loved it. So I definitely loved the remaster, and I think definitely I'd love to see, I'd love to see that kind of thing for new COD. Sorry, anyone that's just joined, I'm just gonna start the gameplay again in a second. I'm just reading the comments quickly. So, Omi actually says, "Of course I do. He does the soundtrack for a lot of movies directed by Christopher Nolan. Man of Steel, Inception, Dark Knight. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, I couldn't remember. I didn't know if you're trolling or not. But yeah, he's good. He does a lot of good music, and I think Sledgehammer Games should splash out some cash and hire that guy or someone good to make some good music for the next COD. Anyway, Omi actually says, "Ooh, Interstellar. Yeah, exactly. Wow. So there we go. He does a lot of good music, and I think he's probably put up his price now because he's a lot better. But I think they could definitely, if they could afford him in the past, they should do the same now. They really should." And I think the good thing he does about his music is that, you read the title and it will say, I don't know, for example, walking to the shops or something. Obviously that's not the title, but let's just say it was walking to the shops to buy some sweets. You'd really, throughout the music, you could really picture yourself walking to the shop buying sweets from the music. I don't know what it was. With other music composers, I don't feel it the same way, but I definitely think he does a brilliant job of conveying whatever scene is at hand. So I don't know, it just, for example, if he called his clip Mother Giving Birth, you can sort of feel the pain of the mother during the clip. I don't know, it sounds really weird, but I definitely think his music was quite powerful, and I think they should definitely use him for the next COD. I don't think they will, but I think they should have done. But they'll probably use someone good. I hope they do, because the Advanced Warfare music could definitely be improved. Anyway, then I'm not gay. I'm sure you're not, mate. I'm sure you're not. Commented, if there is no D-Day mission, someone will go missing. Well, I think they will. I mean, considering, the leaked box art basically already seems to be mainly themed around sort of D-Day events and whatnot. I definitely think D-Day was a big part of, if you ask a lot of people, one of the main things they tell you about is D-Day. So I think if they don't put D-Day in, I'm not going to be terribly mad, because they'll probably put something better in. But if they do, I expect they will, because it's a big part of World War II, and yeah. And I tell you the good thing about, like for example, when I played Black Ops 1, right, and I played bits of Black Ops 1, it would remind me of, when we're doing history classes and topics in history. It was really fun to think, oh yeah, I played that in Black Ops 1, and obviously I could have the excuse of, oh, my history exam's coming up, I can just revise by playing Black Ops 1, that kind of thing. So if I don't do history anymore, obviously I did it for GCSE, I don't do it anymore, but I think if Call of Duty World War 2 is the actual game that's coming out and it's good, I'd love to be reminded of history class, because it's very fun to learn about all the different parts of history. So yeah, now, yeah, so I definitely think they'll do D-Day. Anyway, so the campaign, it needs to be rich, good story, really good backstory, lovable characters. No, when I say lovable characters, I'm not talking about, like I say, Dora the Explorer and it's all happy and lovely. I mean, characters that you get connected to. Why is it that when I get flashbanged, I can't remember what he said now. That guy, guys, if anyone remembers that clip, I can't remember. But when I do it, it's like, what does he say? It's like somebody hitting somebody with a handkerchief or something like that. when it happens to me, it's like being skull-fucked by a black guy named Requise or something like that. I'm sorry for if anyone takes offence from that. I can't remember what the clip was, but it was a funny clip of someone moaning about flashbangs, and it's so true. When you flashbang someone, it seems like it's almost like just you're sneezing on them or something stupid like that, or not even sneezing on them, but like sort of like tickling them with a feather. But when someone flashbangs you, it's like freaking, I don't know, it's, yeah, it's like someone stomps on your head, and you can't see anything. I don't know, it's just flashbangs, and oops, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not. See, I like these sequences, and this reminds me of Modern Warfare 2. Does it remind anyone else of Modern Warfare 2, or breach and clear sequences. Hey!
Mitchell, grab him.
I could grab him. Doctor. Grab him. Hold capture. Anyway,
Seen your pal Hades recently?
so, ooh. Anyway, I think science needs to be a big part of it as well. And science in the sense that,
Just before the screen.
no, not science, sorry, accuracy in the sense that things like they get science right, they get, I don't know, history right. It needs to be good and it needs to be done well. The campaign, I have faith they'll do it. And I also love in campaigns, especially Call of Duty. I know, sort of like when you see a James Bond, right, you expect to be sort of taken all around the world to different countries and different things, right? And I think that we need to do that again. Black Ops 3, it did a few different countries, but it was quite boring. Advanced Warfare, yes, it did loads of different settings. I was pleased about that, but unfortunately, the futuristic setting isn't that. I mean, while it was good, it needs to be. Oh, that's the other thing, and I'm going to come on to that very quickly in a minute. The problem. Oh, here's where all these cloak guys come in. A problem with current CODs, right, is when I don't know about you guys, but when I feel like when I play the campaign, not so much Advanced Warfare, but I think Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, actually no, I take that back, Infinite Warfare did have a kind of, it's weird, I think the character I got connected to the most was Ethan, the robot. But no, like Black Ops 3 and like Infinite Warfare, and to an extent Advanced Warfare, you don't get, like, actually no, not Advanced Warfare, sorry. Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, you don't really get attached to characters because a lot of the people in the campaign are robots. And when you add in robots, it became sort of this stupid sci-fi wackadoodle sequence. It's just, it doesn't, I don't like it. So, if, obviously, the good thing about Call of Duty WW2 is, as far as I know, there weren't any robots. I know Call of Duty are going to find a way to mess it up, but as far as we're aware, there's no robots, and I think when you have robots, you don't feel attached to them. So like, if there are robots on your team, you don't care if they die because they're just a piece of metal. If you're shooting them as enemies, and this is the problem with Black Ops 3, there were way too many robots and not enough human enemies, and I feel like that was the problem. You know there's a problem where there's more robots than human enemies in Black Ops 3, and I think that was definitely a problem with Black Ops 3 campaign. I'm rambling way too much, I know I am. Anyway. So, no robots, good campaign, good music, that kind of thing. Anyway, you guys got the idea. Is everyone left? Oops, why do I keep doing that? Okay. Why does it keep doing that now? Sorry, it should... Why isn't it doing the full menu? I don't know. Something's not working. Anyway. 2 people still left. Okay, so... I don't know who... Oops. Don't know who those 2 people are, but... Anyway. So... in terms of multiplayer, obviously we want to see a really fun multiplayer. I'm an idiot, so I'm looking at the comments, not at you guys. In terms of multiplayer, I want to see a multiplayer that's... I'm going to pause this for a second. It needs to be fun multiplayer, and it needs to be engaging. Now, the problem with the recent CODs is that I think there was too much reliance on supply drops, and obviously, while I'd love to say, I don't want supply drops, we all know they're coming back. I mean, when Advanced Warfare first introduced supply drops, I tried to speak up then, other people could have spoken up then, had all the COD VIPs then, at that point, said, we don't want supply drops. Perhaps Activision would have brought them back a little bit and not gone so heavy on them. But the problem is now, right, because all the Call of Duty users decided from day one to accept them and do all these COD supply drop opening videos, they're now integrated into Call of Duty. And what am I doing? I'm sorry. Now supply drops are integrated into Call of Duty to the point where there's no return, and no matter what we do, they're going to be stuck in Call of Duty now. I'd love to say I don't want them, but we know it's not going to happen. Having said that, to a small extent, I sort of don't mind supply drops. It just becomes when the stuff is locked behind a paywall, that really annoys me. But I do like the sense of mystery and the chance of something good. But anyway, no, I think in general supply drops, I'd love for them to go, but they're obviously not going to. So, given that they're not going to, I think Advanced Warfare, like Mikio said, they did a good system with... that was the end of the mission. So let's have a look. Oh, this is the other thing I hate about this. You can't choose what missions you do or don't want to do. It just says next mission. So it doesn't give you a freaking button to go back to the menu if you want to. So that's something that needs to be fixed, Sledgehammer. Don't like that they did that.
You'll begin again.
Do you like this cutscene? Actually, no, was it this cutscene? I just think it looks really realistic and really good graphics. Anyway, I know PC players are going to say, "Oh, yeah, but it's nothing like PC." I know.
Fuck you!
Oh, wow. That's why we don't use the
I think
F word.
you are whatever I tell you to be.
Bologna was one of a kind.
Okay, I'm sure she was. Having said that, what's Manhunt? Don't remember this. Oh, I like this mission actually. I tell you what, I do like this mission. It's a sense of see this here. It's a nice. Instead of just hopping in straight to, oh yeah, we're going to shoot some bad guys. It's setting up for, oh, why are we here? Why is there a rose? Why am I sitting opposite this woman? We're going on a date. What's happening here? You know, nice cup of tea. Pulled out our tablet. This is the Apple iPad 74.
Uplink is good.
Let's
So,
find the key man.
anyway,
for
scan time.
signals.
What?
You'll have to zoom in for a proper scan.
How do I zoom?
Now, look for the KVA comm signal. That'll be our ticket inside the safe house. Try him.
Let's scan this guy.
He's not
Oops.
here.
Excuse me,
Switch
mate.
to another camera.
How do I switch?
KVA signal is close.
Yeah, let's have a look. I don't know if is anyone still there, or is everyone left? Anyway, yeah, multiplayer needs to obviously with the supply drop. I think the system that Infinite Warfare has done as well is good because, yeah, something like salvage I want to see back. But obviously I don't think they're going to be that kind because if the game sells well, then they'll obviously want to sell a lot of supply drops, so they're not going to be as nice. But I hope something like salvage comes back. What am I supposed to do?
Try him. Negative. Find him, or this whole mission is blown.
Especially when most of the CODs nowadays copy and paste of each other. I don't know what you're referring to, but I agree with you.
Find him, or this whole mission is blown.
I don't know where he is.
KVA signal is close.
Oh. This might be the guy. I think that's him. Yes. Okay. So, that's good. This is a bit like a sort of mystery. Oh, and I love playing new COD, like the new campaign when you haven't played it before. I love that mystery and what lies ahead. So multiplayer needs to be fun. It needs to be engaging, and there obviously will be some supply drops, and I think it should be. Obviously, they're going to be. Hopefully, they're fair. I doubt they will be, but hopefully they are. I think you should have the option to either items that you don't want, either discard them for sort of XP or salvage, or sort of more keys or whatever you want. I don't think this should just be. I think you could choose, like, if you want to level up, you think, okay, I want to redeem it for XP, otherwise I want to redeem it for keys or this or that. So I'd like to see. That'd be good. But yeah, I think there needs to be lots of customization, but nothing stupid related to World War II. So like people have already started mentioning, alright, we don't want to see Nazis dabbing, alright, with freaking gingerbread costumes, alright, let's keep it related to World War II. Alright, I don't mind you adding gear and supply drops because we know they're coming anyway, because no big YouTuber spoke up against it. Now it's too late. Like I said, they're integrated now, so given that they're integrated and that we can't do anything about it now, I'm sure we could, but no one's really bothering. So, given that no one's bothering and that we just have to accept that they're in the game, I think, I don't mind them adding gear, but it needs to be sensible gear that's related and actually looks cool. So I don't want to see loads of things added in just to dilute the items in the supply drop. Don't add freaking the most random ass calling cards and camos. Right. So let me give you. Oh god, I did that wrong. Sorry, I was paying attention to the chat and I wasn't listening. But no, I think the problem, like for example, right, if you're on IW, okay, and there was, what was there a calling card I got recently for, or an emblem? No, yeah, it was called like Wishing Well or something, or no, it wasn't even Wishing Well, it was just the Well, and it was like this really, really low key. It was like a deal with Infinite Warfare. Seriously, I know no one likes the game, but Jesus Christ, it's kind of obvious that they're trying to dilute it when you have a freaking emblem of a well,
Wait for them to finish.
a water well. What on earth has that got to do with Call of Duty? Seriously. I mean, like, you can imagine now seeing in, you know, later this year and it comes out, and I'll get a freaking calling card of, I don't know,
Drop him.
the sun or something stupid like that. I don't know, it's just,
Prophet, safe house is clear. We'll put
it
eyes
needs
on
to be
the
relevant
conference
stuff, and it don't just add loads of rubbish to dilute the supply drops. I think the supply drops should be, obviously, there should be some cool stuff in supply drops, but obviously keep it as much of it add out of supply drops, or keep it like Infinite Warfare did, keep it so you can earn them by a challenge or whatever. But I think the problem with the last few CODs is that everything is integrated around supply drops, and so really, well, like for example, when I go in Infinite Warfare now, I literally just log on, get the bonus, open a supply drop, and come off again. And for Black Ops 3, I feel like I just go on, and the reason why I want to play is to unlock supply drops and get new gear and new weapons or whatever. But I feel like everything's integrated around supply drops, and it shouldn't be. It should be integrated around the fact of having a fun multiplayer, where there's other objectives, not just getting supply drops. I feel that's very boring, and they need to get away from that. Perhaps something like clans could come back as well, but better, because obviously when Advanced Warfare did all that clans and this and that, and or no, was it Advanced Warfare? No, it was Ghost, wasn't it? I just feel like it wasn't done very well. Why can't I move? Oh, that's right, I can't move yet.
There. Have eyes on Hades. Wish we could pop them right now.
Easy, Alona. Get the intel first.
That's it. Anyway, so I think
Alpha's truck is rolling to the gate.
Alpha, go black. Wasp will
sorry, I can't remember what I was talking about.
wait for the guards to get close.
This is good, isn't it? Why does it keep doing that? And there's one person. Sad face. Anyway,
You cannot park here.
Make it quick.
anyway, so yeah, I think it needs to be.
Alpha ready to
Oops.
All stations hard compromised. Abort, abort, abort.
Oops, did I do that wrong? Oops. Anyway, yeah, I think
Conversation anyway. Alpha ready to breach.
Mitchell, I'll call your targets.
perhaps something like clans or whatever they call it, but do that so that it's better integrated. And you need to have more stuff you can do with the mobile app as well. Anyway, so there needs to be more objectives with the multiplayer. Perhaps you can unlock. I don't know. Like, wouldn't it be cool if you can play a certain amount and unlock a map or something like that? I'm not talking about putting maps in supply drops. Of course we don't want that. What did I do? What did I do? Seriously. But yeah, so just needs to be more objectives and multiplayer. Needs to be fun, good maps. I would actually like to see them a bit more like Battlefield in the sense that they're big, more. Oh, I'd love to see more players. By the way, I would love to see more players. I think it's getting a bit boring, 6v6. Oops.
Alpha, move in.
Wasp, you've been spotted. Abort the mission.
Damn
I
it.
repeat.
Sorry, I'm focusing on the comments and I shouldn't be. But yeah, I think.
Alpha ready to breach.
Mitchell, I'll call your targets. Shoot the two on the overwatch.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. But yeah, make sure the maps are good, big. Perhaps not as big as people didn't like Ghost maps, and it's a shame because I liked them. But it needs to be fast paced. I think you need to keep sort of Black Ops 3 fast movement where you got like permanent sprint. I think
Clear.
the maps need to be perhaps definitely bigger than Infinite Warfare. Probably a bit bigger than Black Ops 3 as well. But not not tiny and not as maybe not as big as Ghosts.
Gideon is in trouble.
But I don't want to see.
Thanks for the assist.
I think it'd be interesting to try something new. However, I know Call of Duty is not going to take any risks this year. I think they're going to keep it simple. I think they're going to keep it small maps, simple, that kind of thing. But I'd love to see them a bit bigger, perhaps more players. And
Copy that, Alpha.
I think
jumped the gun. Alpha, go! Go!
I think perhaps we should have better score streaks, obviously, but perhaps even, if possible, integrate a few vehicles or something like that, like Battlefield. Like, nothing ridiculous. I know Call of Duty just keeps it, but you have to change, right? Now, I know people, you know, they tried advanced.
Next time, give us a signal, Mitchell.
I know they tried advanced move and it didn't really work. So you think, okay, well, what can we do instead? Well, what if you had something like vehicles? I'm not talking about everyone freaking hopping around with freaking
Don't want to miss the big pitch.
pogo sticks, and that's not what I'm meaning, but
Top
just,
of the stairs.
if necessary, if it's a bigger map, perhaps they could add something like, I don't know, not necessarily a freaking tank, but bikes or cars or whatever. Something different, definitely. Perhaps even controlling air vehicles. What about that? But I just think something a little bit more than, you know, perhaps, anyway. Specialists, I think, maybe, they'll probably come back, to be honest with you, but obviously most specialist things, oops, God, my aim is terrible today.
But you got him. Need to pull KVA off that door so Alpha can move in. Trip the car alarm.
Oops, I failed that one.
Wasp, you've been spotted. Abort the mission. I repeat, abort the mission.
Sorry. I think definitely there needs to be.
Need to pull KVA off that door so Alpha can move in. Trip a car alarm.
Yeah, anyway.
KVA's moving.
Wasp, hit the 3 headed for the car. Nothing here. Do it, Mitchell.
Yeah, sure, you hear your buddies get shot, you just stand there, right?
Alpha moving to breach point.
But yeah, no, I think perhaps a little bit different, perhaps integrate a few of the Battlefield techniques. So Titanfall did a few good things, so obviously steal a few things from there, probably. That's what Call of Duty did in the past. And I think
the Wasp and get eyes on Hades' meter.
also, I think there needs to be dynamic weather. Now, I did a video about this last year, but I think definitely dynamic weather adds for, and different time settings adds for different kinds of maps. So instead of being the same map that's boring, you can add new play styles with different times of day, be it morning, night, etc.
Take your shot.
But also, if it's raining or sunny, whatever, it just changes the playstyle, makes it a bit more interesting, and actually can change your tactic. I think definitely it'd be interesting, it'd be dynamic. Oh, and the Ghost dynamic multiplayer features, I loved those. Now they were quite simple in Ghost, with things like shooting down a ladder. But if we could get, oh, there's 4 people, Jesus Christ, when did that come from?
Alpha, report.
But yeah, I think if we can get sort of dynamic features, and also, yeah, dynamic weather, but also dynamic features. So things like, I don't know, like, you know, in Battlefield 4, you could like shoot down that building, right, and actually come down and completely change the map. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Because I think Ghost did it quite poor. I mean, it was a good start, but I think when Ghosts did the stupid dynamic features, and it was like shooting down a ladder, that's not really dynamic, right? Things like activating smoke on the map, that kind of thing. But World War II related, so perhaps, I don't know, perhaps on, I think, I like some of the, I know Advanced Warfare did kind of some of them, so things like, what did Advanced Warfare, they did dynamic maps, didn't they? Oh yeah, like, the one where the water came in and flooded the map, that kind of thing. So that'd be quite fun. You know, you think you're playing by the beach or something, and then a wave comes in and floods, that kind of thing. That'd be fun. But I think, definitely dynamic, but doesn't ruin the whole map. Better score streaks, like I say, that are related to World War II. And they can't go wrong, really. Well, they can, actually, it's Call of Duty, but, you know. So, it needs dynamic. Let's read some of the comments. ETD says, or ETD, I don't know, I assume it's ETD, but perhaps ETD. Night is my favourite, followed by day, followed by sunny weather. Exactly, you see, it changes map, but interesting. Followed by rainy weather. What are frogs? Well, Kermie, I don't know. What are frogs? Oh, there's 5 people. I don't know where everyone's coming from all of a sudden. Guys, let me know where you're coming from. How come a minute ago there was no one watching, and now suddenly everyone's... Well, not everyone, but a few more people have picked up. I'm interested to see how these come in sort of cycles and bunches. I'm really interested to see where that comes from. Anyway, what are frogs? Frogs, yeah, well, I don't know. What are they? They're green? popular in France. They've got legs. I mean, yeah, that's it really. Anyway, what do you prefer, dynamic weather or dynamic feature? I would like to see a bit of both. Right, I really would. Oh, actually, speaking of dynamic features, guys, do you remember from Ghost there was the field order? I think if they changed that, that would be an amazing feature. And that would sort of be, perhaps, you know, that would be definitely interesting. I think they'd improve it. But I don't know how they improve it, but I just think it was a bit basic. But definitely, I think field orders, I loved that. I love the dynamic features in Ghost, love the field orders. I think definitely that should come back. Let's see, what else? That's it for the multiplayer. I think there's a lot I could talk about, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Obviously good maps, lovely modes. Some of the, I'd like to bring back some of the popular modes. Hardcore playlist. Oh, camos. Camos need to be really good. Camos need to be good, and they need to be decent to go for, not just a copy of old games. Obviously we're going to have things like gold, probably diamond. I don't want to see a variation of dark matter. I want something new, right? So yeah, I think yeah. So good camos. Obviously that gives me guide videos to go for. But no, it just generally needs to be a fun COD that people like playing and grinding for. Things like the specialists as well, while we might not necessarily see what is going on here. Ellie smells. What? You shut your mouth, don't talk to me that way. Oh, they've dropped the M word. I don't know. Okay. Do you guys know each other and you're just trolling me, or are you generally just getting into a, I don't know, is it just a bit of banter, or what's going on here, guys? I need to know. Anyway, would you like some red matter guns? Hashtag EE2. Yeah, sure, just something different, you know? Perhaps ruby colour. No, just something different. James says my sub box. Yeah, good. Easy says whoa, stop. Hang on, I know them. Oh god, who are they? I feel like they're trolling me. I feel like they're just setting it up and they're trolling me here, but anyway, who knows? Do you guys, Effie and Frog, do you know Kermie, do you know me? By any chance? As soon as I saw your comments I felt like I did know you, but anyway, never mind. I knew it! I freaking knew it as well. I knew it. I don't know why I knew it. I just thought, reminds me of Jordan. Okay. But then who's... Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Who's FED then? Anyway, while that's going on. So yeah. No, thank you, mate. Have a good night, Daniel. Thank you, you too. Enjoy playing, I don't know, CSGO or whatever you like playing. Overwatch, I don't know. One of those. Get those CSGO games going.
Keep pushing forward and try to cut off Hades.
Roger that.
Night, Dan. Night, Effie, ECD, whoever you are. Night, man.
Contact! 9 o'clock! Contact! 11 o'clock! They're clearing out.
So yeah, a lot of multiplayer stuff to talk about, but yeah, that's that's the gist of it. Now, forgot who ECD is. I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling who it could be, but I don't know really. Where's this guy at? Here you are, mate. Hey. Hey. Oops. A bit more than I thought. Oops, wrong way. So yeah, that's multiplayer covered. In terms of the third mode, I'm going to wrap it up here. I think in 5 minutes I'm going to end the stream. In terms of third mode, what could they do? Well, I have a few ideas. I think obviously they're going to copy zombies. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd come up with their own mode, but I think they copied it with exo zombies. Yeah, then Infinity War copied it. I highly doubt they would do another mode. I think Treyarch are really successful with zombies. In a way, I wish they wouldn't do zombies, because then it sort of makes it more boring, and it sort of, like, you get bored of it when it comes back to Treyarch zombies. But I definitely think they'll probably just do zombies. But yeah, no, I hope they, in a way, I hope they don't. I hope they do something different. Perhaps not zombies. And the trouble is as well, obviously there's exo zombies, but now we're not gonna have exos. So I mean, they could still do exo zombies, but it would make no sense. So I feel like what they might do, right? Because you think about it, zombies that we know in Treyarch games has taken a completely different approach, and it's no longer Nazi zombies. If we're doing World War II, probably gonna be Nazi zombies, to be honest with you. I've seen other people say that, and it makes sense, doesn't it? Trouble is, the experience is going to be too similar to the zombies we know with Treyarch, so they really have to find a way to differentiate that from Treyarch zombies. I think it needs to be a good storyline, but not. Oops, I died there. Check how many people we got. 2. Okay. Trouble with sorry, I lost my words. Trouble with Treyarch zombies is that the storyline was way too complicated, and the maps were way too complicated. I mean, you had to freaking have a PhD to turn the power on, and it shouldn't be like that. It should just be, you go, like the older zombies maps, you just go in, you play, you turn on the power, get your perks, whatever. Maybe there's a few Easter eggs or cool things you can do. Voice crack there, sorry. Just a few things you can do to keep you entertained. Just go for high rounds, that kind of thing. And it needs to be a fun map. There's perhaps, things like, Mob of the Dead was a really good map. Origins was alright as well. So just, good maps, but a lot to do, big, those kind of things, fun weapons, that kind of thing. But not an overcomplicated storyline or setup. What I hated about Black Ops 3 Zombies is that it was honestly quite sad. It got to the point where you had this super complicated storyline, and honestly, to know what was going on, you'd have to be watching, Mr. Dalek JD or Noah J or freaking what's Mr. Ruffle Waffles, who I'm not being funny, but he annoys the hell out of me with his voice. I probably have an annoying voice, but that guy, oh my god, he annoys the hell out of me. But anyway, unless you're watching all their videos and keeping up with all these little secret pieces of paper with codes found in it, all this absolute nonsense, unless you're keeping up with that, you have no idea what's going on with the storyline. It became way too complicated, and it didn't need to be that way. So they need to stop all that, make it a simple map. Perhaps it can be big, but make it more like, all they need to do get is some inspiration from the custom maps from World at War and Black Ops 3. That's what they need to do. Some of those creators make awesome custom maps. They just need to get ideas from that. Not necessarily copy, but get ideas from that. And honestly, that would make a good zombies map. That would make I assume it's going to be zombies anyway. Could be something else. Oh, actually, I tell you what, I would absolutely love to see as well, as a possible 4th mode, or just another bonus thing, Spec Ops. I loved Spec Ops. It was so good. I doubt they can bring it back. But if they do, that's one of the reasons why I can't wait if they do a 1.2 remaster. Because, Spec Ops, it was so fun. It was like, it wasn't quite as, if you didn't quite want to do multiplayer, obviously campaigns for one person, what could you do? You could do Spec Ops. It was like a mission, and it was just like really fun to grind them out, and just I loved it. So I'd love to see something like Spec Ops back. It'd be something cool as well to do. And obviously, actually, I love that with Advanced Warfare, what they did is when you were playing the Extra Survival, at the very end it gave you do you remember it teased Extra Zombies? It was like a surprise, like when you finished the campaign of World at War and it gave you that World at War Zombies bonus map, that Nocturne Totem, right? Suppress the sniper so that alone can advance. I think I'll just. So yeah, I think something where they have a surprise or teaser or bonus clip or game or map or something at the end of the campaign would be a brilliant feature. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. There's not a lot of people left now. People were trolling earlier. But no, in general, I think it needs to be. If they do that, it's a long list. But if they do it, dedicated servers, good connection. Stop all this rubbish with skill-based matchmaking. I know they said it wasn't skill-based matchmaking, but it clearly was. Obviously, you can have competitive. Competitive is kind of alright, but I think it's way too complicated, and I don't like. To an extent, I don't mind competitive, but when you get it and it's all integrated and everything's based around competitive, I hate it so much. Because it's like making the game boring for 99% of the people, just so that 1% of competitive players can be happy. So, anyway, that's been my list. Maybe you guys disagree or agree, I don't know really, but that's been my list. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And
We need that stinger. Let's move.
and yeah, I think I'm going to end it here in a minute, so where's the... I'm going to finish or do this part. Where's the stinger? Oh yeah, here it is. There we go, that's good. Where's the stinger? Oh yeah. Right. Let's do this. Nice. So yeah, that would be my list. If they do that kind of thing, it should be good. Oh, it needs to have a good beta. They need to be teasing it early. I think within the next 2 weeks we should hear some kind of teaser. I think obviously by the end of the month we're going to get a trailer anyway, so it needs to be a lot of hype building for it. Perhaps they do a viral kind of campaign like they did with viral marketing scheme, sorry, like they did with Black Ops 3 and with Infinite Warfare. So, and if they do it, they'll probably tease it on Advanced Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered. They could do it on Black Ops 3, but they're not going to do it in Infinite Warfare, not enough players. So, but yeah, I think definitely, if they do a good hype for it, get a good campaign, just build a lot of hype for it, it should be a good game. I think if they can show players that they're listening, and that they're gonna, the game's gonna be good, then obviously you're gonna get players going up, and once players go up, more people watch on YouTube. Once YouTube is successful and a lot of people are watching Call of Duty videos for the new COD, then it's going to be a successful game. I think, in a way, YouTube can quite easily make or break a COD. The problem with sometimes successful CODs is that they become broken from YouTube by people exploiting with too many videos, and I think YouTube has spoiled COD quite easily. For example, normally what will happen is a new game will come out, and by day 1 or 2, a lot of the stuff has been leaked or shown already, and by day 3, but within the first week, pretty much everything is done, and the game becomes completely known, and there's no new secrets really. And I think they need to do stuff so that it's more hidden, and it will take longer to find out. They need to do a beta that doesn't show off everything, but teases at what's to come. And I know they're not going to do this, but I wish, when it comes to DLC and just COD YouTubers in general being flown out to get early gameplay, I wish they would make them wait, alright? I don't mind them showing a little bit off or getting them to pay for a little bit, but letting them play everything so much that they know everything about it and they do all these videos, it spoils it so that everyone knows everything in advance. It's a waste, it's a shame, and it really reduces the lifespan of the game. So think back to the days when everyone got this game at the same day, pretty much, apart from if an early copy was leaked or something, but, if everyone got copies on the same day, it wouldn't be a problem, it really wouldn't. Everyone would find everything out new, the game would last longer, and, yeah, I just think they need to... Anyway, that's literally everything, and that would make an awesome COD. If they could do everything on this list, I'd be amazed. I don't think it's possible, but, well, it probably is, but... I just think they really don't. Sometimes it really blows my mind that with the Call of Duty games they'll sort of make loads of new innovation, right? And then they'll just fail at absolute basic things. I mean, for example, this is not a full example of what I was just talking about, but take Infinite Warfare. It copied and pasted a lot of Black Ops 3, okay? a lot of what Black Ops 2 did was good, right? But the problem it had, I died, I'm sorry. The problem it had, so it copied and pasted stuff, yet it failed with something basic like leaderboards, and it couldn't get them in for month and month and month, and medals and medals. How can you not get medals in until frickin' what was it, March or? I mean, how? It blows my mind. It really does. They need to make sure they get all the basic features, and then they can show off with some of the other stuff. If they can do all that, I'll be impressed. They're going to sell well. And unless GTA 6 gets announced, I don't think Call of Duty has anything to worry about.
We are moving on Hades.
Obviously numbers will go down because there's more games being produced. The people that originally played COD and made it so successful obviously are growing older, they probably all have jobs now and probably have families. So it's difficult to say, because obviously the player base will go down. There's more games being produced, there's more diversity. COD is not the #1 game anymore. But I don't know if it was ever #1, but it was definitely popular. It's different now. But if they can definitely get more of the attention, I think Battlefield 1 did well, considering that it's Battlefield. So imagine a Call of Duty game set in World War II times now. I mean, wow, goodness me. I hope it does well. I really do. Anyway, I'm just going to grab this gun. Just check as well. Okay, there's one person watching. So, but yeah. I think with that I'll be impressed. And I can't wait to see what they have an offer. I'm just going to wait to the end of this campaign mission. And I'm going to end it here. So, just wait for this guy to die. Sort of.
Thanks,
You're right, Alona. That's right. No worries.
Well,
Anytime. I got your back.
Let's
You got
get you
mine.
out of here.
Thanks. Be nice.
ID is confirmed. Hades is EKIA. I send again. Hades is EKIA.
Surprise! Yeah, anyway. No, it needs to have some jump scares. It needs to be a good game.
No.
Oh, it needs to have... I would love a game where you could actually have modding. Not modding, but like custom maps or custom this or that. Even on console. I know it'd be difficult to do, but if they could do it, they would make so much money. And perhaps a remaster, I don't know. I think Modern Warfare Remastered kind of made Infinite Warfare more... Obviously what made more sales, but it split the fan base. So if they're going to do a remaster, release it about halfway through the year. Right? Halfway through the year. And that way, once you start to get bored of the current COD, you can go on to the remaster, and that will keep things going for a bit, rather than releasing 2 games at once and them getting boring equally as quickly. Well, not equally as quickly, because they're both, well, yeah. I'm bored of both the CODs, and yeah. Maybe it'll be different with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered if they do it, but who knows. So if they do Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I'd like to see it done. Perhaps they can say, oh yeah, buy this Advanced Edition and you'll get Modern Warfare 2 Remastered when it comes out, but wait until, like, I don't know, partway through the year to actually release it. Maybe, I don't know, somewhere between DLC 1 and 2, or DLC 2 and 3. Probably DLC 1 and 2, so probably about now, actually. Probably about March, April. Yeah? And that's what? All of November, December, January, February, March. Sort of give it 5 months and then release it. Imagine if Modern Warfare Remastered released now, right? We'd be bored of Infinite Warfare. And we could play it for a little bit, and after a few weeks, a month, maybe Modern Warfare Remastered would get boring. But better that than getting bored of both within the first month and then not really having anything to do, you know? Anyway, that's just been my thoughts. A lot of thoughts. Been trolling going on in this. There's lots of comments. Obviously, unfortunately, a lot of people left. But thanks for all the comments, guys. I don't know if anyone's watching this in future. I saw someone wrote hashtag... Wait, hold on. Someone commented I'm bored earlier. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys on the next video.